Hey guys, let's get right in this video. So what I wanted to tell you in this video is basically my approach to weight loss, what I do, basically just the works, and let's get right into this. So the first thing I want to talk about is on day one I weighed 335 pounds. That is the most I've ever weighed in my entire life. It was, just jaw-dropping that I got that big, and I was like, I have to make a change. So I made the change starting on day one, and I've gotten down to 277 or 278 pounds as of right now. So I am perfectly, satisfied with that. It's been about 6.5 months, so it hasn't been the fastest weight loss, but then again, with how I eat, it really, you can't ask for any better results with how my approach is. So let's get right into this. You need to cut out some bad eating habits. Like, you have to cut out emotional eating, you have to cut out, binge eating, and if you have depression, you need to try and get out of that funk, you need to get out of that depression, because emotional eating and depression, they're just made for each other, right? If you go to food for comfort, and if you're down on yourself all the time and sad and just miserable, then you're going to find the food and you're going to it's like a drug in the sense that it will make you feel better as you're eating, so you're going to eat more and associate it with feeling better, that you're basically just putting on so much weight so fast. It's awful. You need to realize if you have these issues, like a lot of people have, that are probably over 100 pounds overweight. I mean, I had all these issues. I didn't view them as issues at the time. You might not even view them as a real problem right now. But if you follow this approach, in a couple of months from now, I guarantee you most likely will view them as they were the issue and, be disgusted at yourself for doing that. But eventually, over time, you can get over these issues. The next thing I want to talk about is diets. Diets I've tried. I feel like diets are a trial and error thing. You need to try as many diets out there that are appealing to you, and you have interest in. And then if they don't work in the first 4 days and you're feeling hungry on them or not satisfied, then just try a different one. You might even have to take different pieces from different diets and create your own, right? So basically do that if this does not work for you, but hopefully this will work for a majority of people. I don't know what the success rate is going to be. It's just what works for me. The diets that I have tried are, from most extreme to, least extreme. Juice fasting, and then only bananas, and then raw vegan, vegetarian, counting calories, paleo. Paleo should have been above counting calories, but whatever. I've tried all that stuff. I think I know what I'm talking about when I tell you that I, am giving you some good information. Now, all these diets failed me in the sense that I ended up just gaining more weight than I initially started out, weighing before I went on them. The only one that didn't was paleo, and that was because I was also counting my calories, but I went completely strict on paleo. 3 months, 1,250 calories, 1 cheat day a week, and, that's what I did. I weighed everything out, I cooked. It was just so hard to maintain that. I feel like I was cooking and prepping my meals the whole day. So that didn't really work for me. I went back to my old eating habits because I got stressed out of doing all that stuff, and I gained all my weight back, and that's how I got up to 335 pounds. I gained interest as well because I just got in a funk about it, and I didn't care. It's so easy to go back to your old habits, and that's why you really have to change. Let's talk about what you've been waiting for. The foods you can eat on this diet or approach, whatever you want to call it, lifestyle change. I'm just going to call it a damn approach from now on because I do not know what to call it in my honest opinion. What you can eat is you can eat anything that you desire. As long as you download MyFitnessPal on your phone, set up an account, it's free, it'll tell you your maintenance calories, you can set an even bigger deficit. Every 500 calories that you're at a deficit, you're going to lose 1 pound a week. If you want to lose 3 pounds a week, set a 1,500 calorie deficit. You can do this with exercise as well. You can add burning off an extra 500 calories either to lose another pound, or say you want to eat more every day. You can burn off 500 calories, but you could technically, be eating, 1,750 calories if you were eating 1,250 calories, and it's just that exercise is going to set you back down to 1,250. It really is not complicated. But you can eat anything, just just track everything you eat. I mean everything. Even if you binge eat, track it, because you can look back at that. Let's talk about snacks. The snacks that you can do are basically really anything, but I've never really been much of a snacker in the sense of like healthy snacking. I used to eat whole bags of chips, and that's not what you want to do, but I've never really been just a little 200, 300 calorie snacker. Now I am. So you can see the change. Snacks really aren't that important. You can go with them, you can go without them. It's really up to you. Let's get into how much water you should drink. You should be drinking at least 3 liters to 1 gallon of water a day. That is 6 to 8 normal 16-ounce bottles of water. It's not that much water. I could probably drink more. It keeps you fuller, it'll help with fat loss, and it's also a calorie-free drink. The drinks you're going to want to cut out is pop and, just Gatorade, all the stuff that has sugar and lots of calories in it, because you don't need 1,000 calories on top of what you're already eating. You don't need it. Drink your water, drink diet sodas. I didn't like diets, but I switched to them. Some diets aren't the, worst tasting, but go with diets, go with Crystal Light, go with low calorie alternatives. Maybe just put some, some fruit in your water, and get that flavor going. Some carbonated water. There's lots of alternatives to pop, and it really isn't that big of a deal to stop drinking pop. It might seem like it at the time, but it really is not. The last 2 things we need to talk about are weighing in. So I only want you to weigh in 1 time a week. As tempting as you're going to be, 1 time a week, in the morning after you use the bathroom, to get your true weight, and then that's it. That really is it. Don't let this scale take over your life, because if you do, you will fluctuate all the time, because if you are not watching your sodium, you will basically be anywhere from 2 pounds heavier the next morning up to 20. It really varies person to person and how much sodium you went over, but 1 tablespoon of sodium over will set you 2 pounds heavier the next day with water weight. It's ridiculous. The last thing we're going to talk about real quick, hopefully I did not make this video too long, hopefully I didn't rant too much. If you've stuck through it, I really appreciate it. But the last thing is exercise, and I saved this for last because generally people hate exercising. I hate exercising. I used to hate it, really, is what I should say. Now, I actually around last August, I got a dog, right? I wanted to get a dog because I realized that it will make me more active, and that's something that I needed in my life. Alright, so I got a dog, and then I started walking him every day. And all I've really done to lose this weight is walk him, I haven't been to the gym. I plan to go to the gym soon, just to go into overdrive with the weight loss and, avoid any possible plateau that I might hit in the future. But that's really all I've done. It's not rocket science, and I hope you guys have a different perspective on, what you can do and what you shouldn't do if you want to lose weight. It really isn't hard, and I keep emphasizing that because I know it seemed so hard when I started, but that is basically all I wanted to talk about. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you try out the diet. If you do, let me know what you think of it.